been a bit late this year with reviews. I did The Gentleman in 1917 because I just love those movies so much, but then I kind of slacked off. So here is a very quick video to kind of rehash all the January movies that Australia got. Some of these movies might have came out at the end of last year for America, but Australia's always behind. So first movie is Bombshell. So this stars Charlize Theron, Margot Robbie, Nicole Kidman. Fantastic actresses. They do such a fantastic job in this movie. I honestly thought I was watching the actual people in this movie because they did such a fantastic job. The storyline is fantastic. I really enjoyed the movie. It's not a movie I could rewatch just because of the topic of the movie. But if you haven't seen Bombshell, I highly recommend going to check it out. The next movie is Little Women. I've never seen any of the other Little Women. I haven't read the book. Everyone is losing their absolute mind over this movie about how amazing it is, and I feel like we watched the wrong movie because I was bored out of my actual mind. I hated this movie. I like the actresses. I love Florence. I love Emma. I'm going to screw up her name. Sorry. I love them. And they are usually fantastic, but I was just so bored watching Little Women. One of my best friends loves it. I just don't understand how he loved it so much. I hated it so much, but I was bored. Everyone's like, oh, this is a movie for women everywhere, and this is why women should get married. I'm like, maybe back then, like, it's different now. Oh, whatever. I didn't like Little Women. The next movie is Richard Jewell. Now, I didn't know the true events of this. It's based on a true story. Richard Jewell basically finds a bomb, says, there's a bomb, run! The bomb goes off and the media is like, it was him, he planted the bomb. And so it's basically the story of the FBI and media are trying to say, this is Richard Jewell, he did it, he planted the bomb. Richard Jewell's like, no, like, I told you the bomb was here, like, why would I plant the bomb? And then, like, the other people are turning against him. His mum's like, no, like, my son wouldn't do that. Like, what? And of course, like, if you know the true story, you know, like, Richard Jewell is innocent, of course. And yeah, it's actually a really good movie. I know I'm making it sound ridiculous, but it's such a fantastic movie. I am so disappointed that the actor didn't get nominated for Best Actor because he did such a fantastic job. He absolutely deserved it. Kathy Bates, his mother in this film, she got nominated for Supporting Actress, I think. So obviously, like, she deserves the award because she did such a great job. And I really loved the movie. If you haven't seen Richard Jewell, check it out. That was seriously one of the most tense movies I've watched. I already knew how it ended because I couldn't help myself and I looked up the facts of the case before the movie even came out here. And it was just so tense and it made me second guess. I'm like, did he do it? Like, maybe he did, and he's just really good at lying. But it's a really good movie and you should definitely check it out. Another movie is A Beautiful Day in the Neighbourhood. Now, I only watched this movie because Tom Hanks is nominated for Supporting Actor. And I love Tom Hanks. He's a fantastic actor. But Roger Ebert is not a big thing in Australia. He is an American thing. We don't really know of him. So when I went into this movie, I'm like, I don't really know anything about it. It's a really heartwarming movie. But because I didn't grow up watching him, and didn't really grow up knowing the story or anything, like, I feel like the emotion didn't really hit me as much as I expected it to. It's an alright movie. It doesn't stand out. While I love Tom Hanks, this is not his best performance, but, like, I would say, like, if he won, I would be happy, but I'm pretty sure he's up for supporting, and Brad Pitt has been winning that. So I feel like he's going to beat Brad Pitt, but Tom Hanks is a great actor. So if you do love Tom Hanks, it's worth checking out. But otherwise, it wasn't as good as everyone has been talking about. And the last movie for January was Bad Boys for Life. Now, I grew up watching Bad Boys. From the second one, I was always waiting a third one to get made. It never happened. I'm like, oh. And then finally going out. So I'm like, oh god, is this just going to be a stupid money grab? Like, I'm excited for it, but I'm also really nervous. It's just going to be like easy money for Will Smith and Martin Lawrence, and obviously the movie company. Going into it, I wasn't sure what to expect, but I actually really loved it. The action was fantastic. The storyline was really well thought out, really planned. It made sense. Introducing the new characters, bringing the old characters back. It didn't feel like a money grab to me. Like, obviously they probably made a lot of money, because that is why you're making a movie. You don't make a movie because you don't want to earn money. So of course they want to make money. That's why they brought Will Smith and Martin Lawrence back. It's why they brought the other characters back. And it's why they're introducing new young characters that can carry on the franchise if that's what they want. They are making a fourth one, of course. It's made money, why weren't they? And this movie was just fantastic. It was funny. I was laughing my ass off. I thought it was hilarious. There is one particular scene that made me cry because I wasn't expecting it. And I just adored the movie. They had Alexander Ludwig and Vanessa Hudgens come in, and they did fantastic in this movie. I'm really hoping if they do continue on with the franchise, they do bring them into it as well. And yeah, I really enjoyed Bad Boys for Life. I enjoy the whole franchise. This one, probably one of the best, if I'm being honest. They did a really good throwback in connecting the other films, especially with Bad Boys 2. If you remember Reggie, you'll know what I'm talking about. They did a brilliant job, and I just really loved Bad Boys for Life. If you haven't seen the Bad Boys movies, check them out and then go see this film. Though at this point it's probably finished at the cinema, but I loved it and I can't wait to watch it again. So that was catching up for the films that I kind of slacked off in January. I had the reviews already for The Gentleman 1917 from January. I loved both those films so very much. If you haven't seen my review, go check them out because I basically just gush about them. Definitely go check out The Gentleman and 1917. Out of these films, I would highly recommend checking out Jewell, Bombshell, and Bad Boys for Life. I just posted my review for Birds of Prey as well, so please go check that out. And I'm probably going to try and catch up on the rest of the movies that are nominated for Oscars, as the Oscars are Monday for Australia. And I'm really excited to see who's going to win. So thank you. Let me know in the comments below what you think of these movies. Like, subscribe, share, do all the usual business. And I will see you guys later. Bye.